Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. This is DJ Ty Gibz and you're locked into the Ty Gibz Show. Thank you to everyone that's tuning in on Top FM 95.5 this beautiful Friday. Good morning. Thank you to everyone that's currently locked into On Top Radio 95.5. And as I said, I got two guests with me inside the building. I got Rachel Foxx and Niyah Smith in the building.
Hello. Hi.
What do you do? Alright, cool. Damn, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually being excited to get you guys on the show, you know.
Really?
Yeah, low-key I've been fairly excited to get these guys on the show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Camping, or is that?
No, low-key.
Yeah.
Low-key,
I believe him because you've been quite organised with the dates and stuff like that, so I believe you.
So it's a bit of effort to get these guys on the shows, but I'm actually so happy to get you guys both here. So we're busy.
We're working.
Cool, I hear you guys. So Rachel, let me start off with you. Yeah. I brought you on the show because I hear that you're releasing an EP.
It's out now, yeah.
Out now.
Yeah, midnight. It just went.
What?
Wait, last night.
Last night midnight, like it came out. Right, cool. So, how did you come up with this EP? Like, where did this all come up? Like, how did it all come about?
So I work with a producer called Joss Ryan from the Nando studio. He's a studio manager there. And then I kind of just left him with my vocals and he done his thing, and then that's how the project came together. Yeah, I wrote all the songs and then I just leave him with my vocals all the time, and he always just plays around with them and does things, and that's how this project came together.
What, write the lyrics as well?
Me, yeah, I write everything, yeah.
No, because like, you know about like ghostwriters and everything.
No, I don't.
What, would you get a ghostwriter?
I would write with somebody, I don't mind doing that, but I don't at the minute, no.
Can you and I write something together?
If you can write a song,
I have no experience, but I was trying it.
Yeah, I don't really have time, I'm not really at that.
So what inspired you to like, you know, the sound that you have? You don't do like the usual, like the standard, like drill or anything like that.
The standard drill, oh my god,
yeah,
that's so funny.
Like your music's like unique, isn't it?
Thank you.
You just have to bang it out a little bit.
I don't know, life, I don't know. I like artists like Jill Scott and Erykah Badu and stuff like that, so I guess that influences me.
What they inspired your music?
Yeah, I guess so.
And also, I know that Rachel Foxx is your real name, so how did this name come about?
Oh, some guy just named me, and it stuck.
Is that like a right?
Yeah, some guy. So I had some job in some shop when I was 16, and then some guy, I met him, and then after he was like, I was like, I'm Rachel, and then he was like, Rachel Foxx, that you need to marry someone called Foxx. And then after that, it just stuck.
Why Foxx though? Like,
I don't know, don't you like it?
No, it's a very interesting story, isn't it?
It's unique.
Yeah, it's very unique.
It just stuck, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna act like there's also some deep story behind it still.
Well, no, like once upon a time.
No.
Long.
Nah.
Cool. So with this EP, like, so I don't even know how to start, like, because I've actually played this EP like a few times, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
So what did you think of it? Did you like it?
Of course, I loved it. Like, I was running to it in the mornings, like listening to my car as well. Like, of course, I had to vibes to it. I was like, oh, is this really Rachel? And it was just like,
It's me, yeah.
The Ibiza vibe.
Yeah. Ibiza, UKG kind of vibes.
okay, I hear you, but you know what, yeah? We'd like to introduce your first song. I got like, said, Show Me Your Love.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for letting me know.
Yep.
Right. Do you want to introduce it? Like, this is the first time, like it's going to be premiered, isn't it?
Yeah, this is actually the first time.
So, like, would you like to give like the intro?
So, you're listening to On Top FM. I'm Rachel Foxx, and this is my song, Show Me Your Love.
Welcome back to the Ty Gibz Show on Top FM 95.5. Hope everyone's good. As I said, I got two amazing guests inside the building with me. I got, as I said, Rachel Foxx and Niyah Smith in the building. So, Niyah, what's it like? What's an artist manager? Like, what's it like? Cause obviously, I don't know nothing about that job or too tough. So I want to kind of be educated. That's kind of why I brought you to the show.
Artist management is like, of course, you're kind of managing an artist's career in terms of, it could be anything from like emails, booking studio, getting features, video shoots, speaking to stylists, speaking to MUAs. It's kind of like that you're their go-to person in business meetings, business conversations. Like more time, musicians need to just be the kind of creative, and managers kind of handle everything else. Of course, some some roles are harder than others, and some artists are harder to work with than others. But yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell, really.
So what artists do you manage?
So I manage someone called Shauna Shade, and I manage another artist called Jade Sylvia as well. So those are my two at the moment.
So you basically have to, I was about to say be their assistant, but you basically have to do everything for them, for two artists. And that's what, two female artists as well?
Two female artists, yeah. It's not easy, man, but I've been doing it for a long time now, so it's not...
When did you start?
Like 4 years ago now.
How did you get into it?
I just kind of fell into it, really. Always liked music. Learned how to engineer and mix first.
Okay, yours are like a producer first?
More engineer and,
okay.
And mixing first. That's how I learned how to do that first before I went into artist management. And the management thing just kind of fell into it, really. It was just come across artists that were good and just kind of help them out, getting them studio sessions, mix their stuff, get them, get their music distributed or radio, all those things there. So it was kind of just doing like a management job anyway. So it kind of just happened.
So in a way, it's kind of like just plugging. To dumb it down a little bit.
Yeah,
in a way.
It can, but not all managers have like plug-in contacts though, innit? So it's not always going to be under plug-in, but it's just more helping, or maybe even help like pitch, like maybe like a station like this, someone might email you, your artist manager might email you and be like, hey, my artist has got a new record, is there any chance you could spin it and stuff? So it's more like pitch sometimes as well rather than plug-in. Plug-in I feel like is when you actually know radio stations and you can get them put on, do you get me? But yeah, so it's kind of like just managing their day-to-day, really. Some managers go above and beyond, some just do the basic of just maybe emails here and there, but
So what's the difference between an agent and a manager?
A booking agent?
Yeah, I guess. No, because what I hear, because normally what I just hear is, speak to my agent, speak to my manager.
I mean, in music terms, agent is normally a booking agent. So normally you might get signed to like an agency like CAA or Primary Talent or Echo. There's like a lot of top like booking agents in the UK that do their thing, and normally like you get signed to them, and then they will like handle all your bookings, and they'll take like a commission of normally like 10%. So when you see like these big world tours, like Stormzy's tour for example, that would be his booking agent that would have sorted all of that stuff out. Or you see Dave and all those things, like they're represented by the same booking agent as well. So their booking agent will be the ones that will be in charge of sorting out all of their shows in different. So when you see like they do like European tours or Stormzy doing world tours,
that's all on the booking agent.
Yeah, that's not done by them personally. That's done by their booking agent.
Right. So if your artist was to like go on a tour or like do those kind of big gigs, like, so what would your role in that movement be?
Obviously the booking agent is there to sort out the more locations and making sure timing's right. So they'll do like, normally they'll set like a route for each show. So let's say you had, even if you're doing it UK wise, you might do like a 5-day tour in like Manchester, Birmingham, Leeds, and then end in London. So it'll be their role to kind of structure it where you kind of go out and then you work your way back into London. Normally if you're from London, you normally do your hometown last.
Yeah, sure.
But your manager's still there to like maybe sort out like accommodation for you for each city. So if you're doing one city a day, your manager might be the person who sorts out the whole accommodation. But then you might have a tour manager whose job is to sort out transport. So it depends how big your team is, really. Yeah. It can get to having a booking agent, having tour managers. Then as I said, depending on how big you are, you might have dancers, you might have instrumentalists, you might have all of these things as well. If you're not as big, you might only have a DJ. Do you know what I mean? Like some people only go on tour with just a DJ or a couple of DJs and one hype man. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
It's not a bad thing.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
You got cut costs.
Yeah, like you don't need a big massive band and all of these things. If you're like, and more time with rappers, you don't really get like live bands and stuff. It's more with like singers and people who like performing live and stuff. But more time, if it's more rappers, they don't always do the live band stuff.
So Rachel, do you have a manager as well?
Yes.
And what's that be like with you? Like from the artist perspective, what's it like having a manager and working with them?
So my manager, we do like conferences every week, and they kind of just call me and either like tell me what to do or shout at me if I'm doing something wrong, or strategically planning and stuff like that. things for the future, updates.
Wait,
You know, basically what I was saying.
Wait, so who finds who? Does the artist go looking for the manager, or does the manager go looking for the artist?
Oh, it's both. It's both. Or people can find you or introduce you.
So why aren't you guys working together? Like, why aren't you guys each other's manager and artist?
Because we have already clients.
Oh, you was already established before. Okay.
Already had our teammates beforehand.
Yeah.
No, but you know what it is, yeah, with like, it's definitely both ways, and sometimes you can get recommended, like lawyers is people who always recommend.
Yeah, that's what my lawyer done that for me.
They have like relationships with artists as well as managers, so sometimes like your lawyer is like your middle person between both parties. So they may come to me and be like, hey man, look, check out this artist, she's sick or he's sick. Here's a link, what do you think? And then he would do the same on the artist side and be like, hey man, got this manager, this is who looks after, this is what he's done, this is who he's connected to, this is, you know, check him out or her. And sometimes ends meet, sometimes ends don't meet. So sometimes it's a mutual thing. Sometimes it's one way, sometimes the manager might just be like, yo, I've got to reach out to you and see what's going on. Or sometimes the artist might reach out to a manager and be like, hey, you know, have you got any more space in your roster? This is what I'm doing, this is my plan, etc. etc. So it can go kind of both ways, really.
What do you give yourself a limit of? Is there a limit on how many like artists you can have or clients that you can have, or you just open?
For a manager, I just feel like you want to have, you don't want to have too much where you can't dedicate as much time to everyone, unless you've got a team, of course. If you've got a team, like you've got a management company, you've got people in your team of maybe 3 or 4, then you can widen your roster. But if you're one person, I would kind of always say maybe more than 2, 3 is the limit.
Right, well, dumb question, but as a manager, like, do you have a manager?
That's not a dumb question.
No, it's not. It's a good question actually. I have an
co-manager.
I have an assistant firstly who helps me with like all my admin stuff, but then I have a manager who deals with more the kind of corporate side and more business side for me. So when you like big conversations come into play, like he's someone who will deal with it. So I kind of have got one, but not really music related. It's just more bigger conversations and more collaborations.
So is it just artists you could be a manager for, or like would you take in like a producer or a DJ?
I like that one.
Oh, that's funny. That's good. It's good to be like that.
I like the one. No, I used to look after a producer.
It's good to be like that.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. Impressive. I used to look after a producer as well, who we only parted ways because he just went into a different kind of field. He still produces here and there, but he went into more his own, more personal stuff. But DJs as well, yeah, of course. But I just feel like it just got to make sense at the same time, you know, and how we can both work and help each other as well, you know. Where can I bring you custom? Can I bring you shows and all of these things? Whereas, you know, can you bring me dough for getting you these shows as well? You know, it's a business at the end of the day. Let's never forget that. As much as it's fun and people, you know, we love music, you probably love DJing, you know, you probably don't even see it as a job, but it's still a business at the end of the day. And you know, if you wanted to do this full time, as I'm sure you probably would down the line, maybe you'd want to do it now. But yeah, it's a business, and those things, you still need to live in it, you still need to pay bills, you still need to be able to get to these places as well, do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think the DJ route is good. You just got to kind of be everywhere in it.
Yeah, facts.
Kind of build up your kind of your CV where, you know, you've yeah man, I've performed at, you know, Rachel's party or these things help, of course, because when you're selecting DJs, the first thing people more time ask is, who have you DJed for?
Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what I mean? And that goes a long way. Like for my event, I used a guy called Courtney Rebel. That's my guy, but he's like one of Steph's main DJs. So he's already Steph.
What, isn't that Steph London?
Yeah. So he's
We're just name dropping like that.
Yeah. So he's one of her main.
This is Niyah Smith, you know.
Oh, sorry, I'm learning here.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, like, just CV wise, it's good, innit? You know, when people are looking, they're obviously gonna, okay, who have you DJ for? Obviously, of course, your DJing skills matter as well. But when you have DJ for, you know, people who are credible, then it's like, okay, yeah, I gotta take this guy in or her.
What's a ratio incredible enough?
Sorry?
What's so Rachel ain't credible?
Of course she's credible. Of course. That's what I say.
This is
Someone like Rachel, if you have more people as well, then your CV is going to continue to grow. Do you get what I mean? Even like when you try and get a job, if you was trying to go for someone that represent, you could, that's on your CV. Like, oh, I've DJ'd for, I've DJ'd for him, I've DJ'd for her, I've DJ'd for them, done all that stuff there. Like, do you put out mixes on SoundCloud? Do you do stuff like that?
Yeah.
Are you generating like views? Are you generating followers? All of these things.
I'm slowly getting there, innit? Check out my SoundCloud at DJ Ty Gibz, come on.
So it's doing good, yeah?
Yeah, it's doing alright. Still going.
Doing good.
Yeah.
These things matter. These things actually matter. Trust me. When people are looking at DJs, they do go on and think, okay, cool. Another good DJ is doing well on like SoundCloud, like someone like DJ Lonnie. You know what I'm saying? So he's someone who's like smashed the DJ scene. Like he's one of the heavyweights in the scene, and these men are always putting mixes out. So these things help. Of course they do.
I definitely hear you. So when artists go on tours and that, is that under the label as well?
More time, no. More time, the label has nothing to do with the tour side. The tour side is where musicians make the majority of their money, unless you're in some messed up record deal where the label's got a part of that, which does happen, which is called a 360 deal. More time, the label doesn't get a part of that. You normally just, it's you, your management and your booking agent that normally get a cut of that pie. That's where artists make the most of the money.
What with the tours and concerts?
Most artists don't make money streaming wise, sell wise, if you're signed, unless you're doing crazy numbers.
Big up, Drake.
Like even people in the UK, even people in the UK, Dave, AJ Tracy, who are indie, who are absolutely smashing it. So yeah, you can, but yeah, towards the way it's at.
So going back to you, Rachel. So what performances have you done? So we're talking about tours and that.
What performances have I done?
Yeah.
Everywhere. Everything.
You've done everything.
I've done London, Ibiza, Amsterdam, Europe. I've pretty much done Europe. I've performed in America once.
So how did, wait, so
I haven't done I haven't started my American tour. It's usually done by like sections of the world. Okay, so Europe, North America, they do like that.
And like, so with the Americans, like America, that what 50 whole states, like.
Yeah, so they split it up. They split it up.
Well, like East Coast, West Coast, South.
No, it's more like North America. They do it some way. I don't know. I haven't done it yet.
Oh,
I've just done New York.
No, fair enough. But then what? Do you have a booking agent as well?
So at the time when I was doing my Europe stuff, that was my booking agent. She sorted that all out for me.
So I'm just trying to understand how this all works, innit? Like,
so you get an agent. So basically, I've done a show, and then it sold out really quickly. And then they didn't expect that, but we done it ourselves. I've done it with Live Nation, and then I think like some agents heard about it. They came to the show, and then that's how I got my agent from that show. That's all that. And then from there, I picked one of the agents, and then from there, that's how I ended up doing.
Oh, cool. Wait, so I thought I should have asked this question earlier. Wait, so how did you start? How did you get into the industry?
SoundCloud, I think.
You didn't
I put it on SoundCloud, and then after it just got a few thousand listens.
A few thousand listens?
Yeah, but this was the time when no one was on SoundCloud, so it was kind of lit them days.
Oh, okay. So now what SoundCloud is overrated?
I think it's very saturated, and I just feel like SoundCloud didn't reach out to their artists to like boost them. Like how Spotify, when you're doing stuff, Spotify reach out to you.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, like YouTube, do you know what I mean? They speak to the artists. SoundCloud had no connection with the artists and people that are doing well for the platform, and they didn't elevate, they didn't move forward. Everyone's changing, Spotify's changing, everyone's changing. I don't know, I think SoundCloud, I don't know.
So what, do you remember the first song that you dropped?
Yeah. So I've done 2 songs, they were like 1 minute long, they were interludes, and then I've done a half a song. They were like 1 minute tunes. Yeah, then I've done half a song Before You, and it's out now, it's still out. It's one of my favourite songs, but it's like the first song that I've done.
Do artists really have like their favourite songs of their own music?
Kind of, it always changes.
Do you listen to your own music?
Yeah.
Do you get tired of hearing your own voice?
Yeah.
Okay. No, like it sounds like when I like listen back to the show and I was just like, I'd be cringing when I hear this back.
Yeah, but after a while you'll be past it. I have to listen to my song thousands of times if I'm gonna do a shows. Like I've done a UK tour, we had to rehearse for like a week, so you hear the same songs every day for 6 hours.
Yeah, I definitely know the feeling on that.
So you get used to your own voice, you get past it.
So from the SoundCloud era, like your SoundCloud era, like you put out a couple of tracks and they blew.
Oh, they got a few listens, yeah.
Okay. And then so where did it go from there?
And then I went to America for a while.
How did you end up from SoundCloud to America?
I just needed a break, and I just came back. And on the first day, I just needed a break to just.
Oh, so you went on like a holiday to America?
Yeah, I was there for like 3 months. And then I said, okay, when I come back, I'm going to put out a proper EP. And then I put out Blue Moon. And then from Blue Moon, that's when I done Colours. And then from Colours, that's when I just went on tour.
Okay, so you see how like she tried to quickly go through all of this? Like
It's
nothing,
longer than it was, but yeah, from Colours, that's when I just went on tour in Europe. And that's how I started making money. And then I quit my job.
Was you ever like performing in places like hoping to get scouted or anything like that? Was it ever a thing?
My first performance was with Live Nation. I wasn't performing in places to hope to get scouted.
Wow.
I wasn't open to it. I just wasn't open to it.
Wait, so now would you go to like these kind of like small little pubs or like open mics and then like hope to like, you know, find an artist? Like you go there?
Yeah, you know what? I used to go to them quite often actually. I'm not gonna lie. I used to go to them quite often in terms of trying to not even just always like finding new talent. Sometimes it's just you want to go to these places so you can listen to new talent. So it's not always about going to see if you can find and take them on. Sometimes you just want to just discover new music, you know. And when you're on music, I'm sure these things don't bother you to go to open mic night or, you know, a mini showcase. And yeah, so I didn't mind it. I would still do it if it was still going on.
Yeah, true.
When
It was still going on. Yeah, true.
and when it resumes, I'll be back.
Because obviously like, a lot of people like want to be scouted, want to be heard, and obviously like, you know how like times have changed. So back in the day, like you'd show up at the record label or like you know like you'll give out your CD or something, hoping to get signed or this, that, and another. But like now it's just like you kind of just put out your song and hope that it kind of blows on the net, or like just hope like that the right person hears it.
Well, you've got to, you know, the chances of just putting it out and it magically going is slim. You've got to still increase your chances of making it get discovered. You know, we was talking about earlier with the whole market and stuff, and trying to get it to as many ears and eyes as possible. Because yeah, you just put out music and you don't do anything with it, you don't promote it. It's not
So what advice do you give to those like to promote music? Like how to anyone that's listening out there, like what recommendations do you give to help them become like a Rachel Foxx and be above?
Marketing, of course, that you have to spend money. Like you can't just like spend money on the record, the video, and all those things. Like I see my analysis is 20% music and 80% promotion. Like you have to, the promotion part is the most important part of it. You know, you have to get it to as much people as you possibly can. And it's no good.
In what ways?
As in getting it outside of your immediate circle. Like if you've only got 1,000 followers or something and only 200 are active one day, you can't just think, okay, yeah, cool, my 200 people have watched my video, I'm good. Like it needs to be the people that don't follow you, you know. So as I said, good things like Facebook ads or Insta ads, Snap, TikTok's now starting advertisement as well. I think they're just trying it at the moment. Yeah, man, those things there, you know, blog pages, influencers, there's so many different places you can use and tools you can use to get it out there. Like, even your favorite artists are still doing marketing. So all these Drakes, their label's still putting money into them. So if they're as big as they are still doing marketing, you have to adopt the same model.
So what's it like Rachel in a way, like when you drop a song and it's not doing the numbers that you was expecting or it didn't go the way how you expected? Same with you now, or like when like your artist has dropped a song and it's not going where you expected straight away, like what do you guys do to help push that or go about that?
If it's not doing the numbers expected, I don't ever expect numbers, so I can't answer that. I'm the kind of people like I don't even feel like I've got fans. Like, I see the numbers, I see thousands of people listen to it, but I don't know. It's very weird.
Well, okay, so like each track that you drop, like you always push it like it's the first, in a way.
No, I don't. You know, so I feel like I've gotten lazy actually.
Yeah, okay, I feel like I've exposed an unwanted truth right there.
No, I feel like I've gotten lazy. I just post it and then just hope for the best if people listen to it. I don't care if I get 5 listens. No, if I get 5 listens, that means 5 people listen to my song. Some people make songs and 0 people are listening.
Yeah, true, but like, don't you think like, well, when you see that 5 listens, oh no man, like I need to get this high.
I guess so, but if you live like that, you're going to be depressed, and you will. Yeah, you're going to be depressed. I can't live like that. I've got other things going on.
What other things do you have going on?
In life.
Oh, okay, like general nothing. No, we're gonna talk about like more like the music side, isn't it? Nah, okay. Nah.
But these things do happen, though, of course. These are distractions from the music biz sometimes.
Wait, so what's it like for you guys now that like how has this whole like pandemic like affected you guys?
I was really sad actually.
I'll talk about like in the business terms, didn't I?
No, I didn't know what I was doing for 5 seconds, but then after 1 month I was alright. I just started recording at home, so it was good.
Okay, well,
I just took more time because I wasn't in the middle of a campaign. I feel like if I was in the middle of a campaign, I would have had a meltdown. But because I wasn't, and I just done my distribution deal, I was still kind of waiting to like finish all my music anyway. So I just had to finish music really. So it wasn't that depressing for me, no.
Okay, what for you now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was kind of same sort of thing. We were still in kind of like development mode anyway, so it wasn't that bad. It just kind of just bought us time, as a kind of same thing as what Rachel said with the whole. If you was like in the mid campaign, it'd have been very stressful, which some people were. So for us, it wasn't. It just kind of bought us time really to just get even more music together, more time to plan and all that stuff. So yeah, it wasn't really that bad for us, to be honest.
Cool. So to round up, so like, what do you guys have planned for the next upcoming months? I know. You want to go first?
Me, yeah. So I'm just on the verge of launching this digital marketing agency. Hopefully in the next month, actually. So it'll be covering stuff like press and what I was talking about earlier with the whole ad stuff, social media branding, and all those things as well, which I feel like a lot of people lack as well. So we have like in-house people who specialize in that field, who will be like consultants for us doing that. Yeah, one of my other artists is going to be launching soon, hopefully in a couple of months. And then yeah,
Do you want to say like the name of the artist or like what they're going to be dropping, or is that like stay tuned kind of thing?
it's a stay tuned thing.
Okay, so basically until the time comes to then bring them back on the show, so then I can know more about it. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm meant to bring it. Well, I can reveal one side of it. So the other artist that I manage, she's not released any music yet, but she's on Dino's record. That's coming
What?
out. Yeah, so she's on.
So got a little bit to excited there, bad board.
Yeah, so she's on Dino's project.
Yo, those sneak peeks right there. Just got an exclusive.
So she's on Dino's project that's coming out soon. I don't know if he's announced this. I don't want to actually blow it, but
It's alright.
he's announced it. I don't know if he's announced the date though, so I'm not gonna say when. But yeah,
No, that's still good enough for
it's
me.
coming very soon. So yeah, man, all good. With Shauna, man, just still working. Gonna come back soon when kind of the world opens up a little bit, man.
Yeah, that's cool. I can't wait for that one as well. Definitely can't wait for that link up. And what about for you, Rachel?
For
What you got
me,
plans?
I've got my new EP that just came out.
Okay.
And then I've got my next project coming out in summertime. It's nearly finished, basically, but it's not proper R&B. I'm going back to my roots.
You're going back to your roots with the R&B thing?
Yeah, and then I finished my distribution deal happily.
What? So, who's your favourite R&B artist? Any inspirations?
Old or new? Favorite R&B artist?
Like any inspirations?
At the moment, Bryson Tiller. At the moment, yeah.
Would you make a song with him?
I'd love to work with Bryson Tiller. I love Bryson Tiller. He follows me actually.
What? Oh my, these are just looking like
Names.
they're just name dropping these big artists,
So
you know.
hopefully he's heard my stuff. I don't know.
Oh my.
Hopefully.
What wait, so if you out of all like the artists and everyone that's on Insta with like, the blue ticks, who's like been like the most shocking person to slide in your DMs?
Oh, I'm not gonna say.
What, you gonna name drop?
No.
Oh, so now we want to name drop. Okay.
I'm not doing that. As a girl, everyone slides in your DM. As a woman.
Alright, cool. But alright, so the following way is Bryson Tiller like the biggest? Oh my gosh, he's following me kind of thing.
I don't know. What's the question?
Who are the
You gotta be certain.
who are the blue ticks and the biggest followers?
Just some people.
Who's
Just
like,
some people.
Who's the most exciting person that's followed you?
Well, maybe Bryson Tiller because I love Bryson Tiller. I'm a very big fan.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that one. It's alright. Mine is Rachel Foxx and Niyah Smith. Just saying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm humble right now. But anyways, thank you guys for jumping on the show. I definitely
Thank you very
want to get you guys back on the show. Thank you to everyone that's...
What's
Let's
that?
stop me off. Let's stop me off. This has been On Top FM on the Ty Gibz Show. Thank you to everyone that's currently locked in. I'm out.